I see it everywhere. Most beginners, they go to random skills. They want to try the planche, they want to try the front lever, they want to try a muscle up. They want to have all the skills without ticking off the right foundations first. You have basics like push-ups and pull-ups, those are your foundations. But also in skills, we have different progressions. You first learn a frogstand, then you learn a handstand, then you learn a handstand push-up, then you learn a one-arm handstand, right? There are progressions. And here are the 5 skills you need to learn in order to have the maximum progress possible. So let's start with the first skill, the frogstand. I already said it. And the frogstand is the best skill you should learn first. It unlocks so many things and it gives you your first moment of actually making corrections while standing like this. Even standing a little bit upside down, learning how to breathe. All your weight is on your wrist. There are so many reasons why you should learn this exercise. And it works like this. You have those little holes here where your knees are at around. Then you put your elbows there. You grab either P-bars or flat on the ground with the fingers straight forward. I will now show it on P-bars. You lean forward with a rounded back, so there's already more weight there. You squeeze the bars and then you release your foot off the ground. And make sure you're not like this, but that you round that back. It looks better and it feels better. But the corrections on the P-bars are slightly different than on the ground. On the ground, you just push and you release. You push and you release. On the P-bars, you want to grip it and you can push and pull. And we call this push and this pull. It looks like this. I fall forward, so I push. I fall backwards, so I pull. Forward, push. Backwards, pull. Forward, push. Backwards, pull. You see how I'm going? I'm going forward and backwards. And you don't have to make such big corrections, but I'm showing you right now so you can see when I'm doing what. Try it yourself. There are 2 progressions in the frogstand. The one that I just showed you with the knees on the side and your elbows in those holes, and the one with the knees on top of your elbows. This one is slightly more difficult, but definitely the next progression. Make sure you can hold this one for about 20 seconds until you move on to this one. Skill number 2. Everyone wants to learn that full planche, right? It looks amazing, it's cool. But it is so difficult. So difficult that it took me many years to unlock it. So how do we train it? Well, as I said in the beginning of this video, there are progressions. If you cannot do full, you can try a straddle planche. If you cannot do a straddle planche, you go for an advanced tuck planche. If that's still too hard, you can go for a tuck planche. And if that's still too hard, I've been there as well, then you can have some weight on the ground still. So you go into a push-up position, you go into the right position with the shoulders, you lean forward, and you try to hold this. This is called the planche lean. And from here, the next progression would be tuck planche. You see? Nothing is moving with the shoulder blades. And you can lean further to make it harder. And this helps you so much with understanding that right position of the shoulder and also training the right muscles, because for the planche, we want to use the biceps, which are used here heavily, and also the front deltoid. Those 2 muscles are extremely important to train. And I'm definitely training them now. But for the planche lean, there's something really important you should know, and it's the grip. You can do it on the ground and on the P-bars. I really prefer P-bars because look, if I now lean forward, I can go as far as I want to. Nothing is holding me back. But if I go on the ground with my hand like this, now my wrist mobility stops me and I cannot go further. So what is really important to know is that you need to rotate your hands out like this. But it's not a really strong position because there's a lot of pressure on the thumb, and when I'm now leaning, it's definitely harder than just doing it on P-bars. So I do recommend training this one on P-bars, and if you don't have P-bars yet, I think you should buy them. If this video is already helping you, please consider hitting that like button. It really helps me a lot to make more videos and it's good for the algorithm. Let's go. And then for exercise number 3. So here we are going to get used to that hollow body hold. And the hollow body hold is used in every single exercise in calisthenics. It is used in a pull-up, a muscle-up, a planche, a back lever, a front lever, human flag. Literally every single exercise we use this position. This is the main position of every static skill. So to make this one easy for your understanding as well, just lay flat on the ground like this. Then you want to get your knees up to your chest. This is tuck, hollow body hold. Then your shoulders come away from the ground. So you're scrunching your abs and protracting your shoulder blades. Then to make this exercise harder, you can now extend your knees to this position. This is the full hollow body hold, the position we take in every skill. But this can be really difficult, and I see many people cheating with laying on the ground and just having their legs up. That's not the same. The only part that may touch the ground is this part. From here. This is the only part that may touch the ground. There are more progressions to this exercise, because full immediately can be quite challenging. So it's all about extending the knees a little bit less, or go for one leg, or go for advanced tuck, or go for straddle. Full is the hardest one, and your end progression. Maybe add some weights on top, but if you can hold the full position, the full hollow body hold, then you're basically strong enough in your core to do a full planche, a full front lever, and all those other skills. Pretty interesting, huh? And I can already hear the comments go like, what? I can do this, but I cannot hold a full planche. It's not the same. A full planche is mainly front deltoids, because the front deltoids are keeping your body up. And a full front lever, for example, is not your core. It is your rear delts and you're pushing down with the lats. So it's completely different, and the core is highly overrated for training in calisthenics. Let's go to skill number 4. Now we know how to get that hollow body hold position, and we're going to train it in one of the most cool looking skills that you can learn in a day or maybe a week. You get your hands in a supinated grip. So supination is this, it's the chin-up grip. You have neutral, pronated, supinated, and we go for supinated. You grab the bar like this. You want to rotate your elbows in, round your back, lean forward, and your first progression will be getting your feet off the ground, like this. You don't have to be perfectly straight. That's not your progression right now. If you have no elevated surface next to you, you can do it on the low P-bars as well. It's the same movement with rounding the back and getting the elbows in, but then you just bend your legs. You go like this until you are away from the ground. Try to hold this position for at least 10 seconds before continuing to the next one. But now we really want to get that hollow body hold position. We want to have the legs and everything in the same line. So make sure you record yourself so you know that when you are too far like this, you can see it, right? It is really difficult to feel as a beginner where you are in space, which is called proprioception. So you record yourself and you just adjust every single time. For me, I know I need to get my shoulders up. I need to activate my lower back to get my legs up. So I go lean forward, shoulders up, or chest up, I mean, and then you hold this position. Looks beautiful, right? This one also has many progressions. You can even do it on one arm, for example, and it looks even cooler. It's definitely the first skill where you're feeling like a pro. All right, and then for the 5th skill, now we're going to do a V-sit to a handstand. Oh wait, I think I skipped a few progressions there. For skills like that, you definitely need to be able to do an L-sit. But how do we get that L-sit? Well, get the P-bars again. You can do it on the ground, but it is way difficult, as always. You want to go to depression, it's called. Most of you guys probably are already in, because it's 2026 and let's not even talk about it. But depression is, this is elevation and this is depression. This is my normal position, this is depression. So depression is basically pushing your shoulders down. In an L-sit, it looks like this. You push down and you want to your first progression is get your knees up and you want to hold this position. It is all about extending the legs. You can do it hanging, you can do it on the P-bars, it doesn't matter. But to make this exercise more difficult, you just extend the legs. And then we have the progression on the ground. Get your hands out again, not on your fingertips, that's way too hard. Get your hands out. You want to lock your elbows. You want to go to depression. But this time, because we're so close to the ground, you want to use your core compression a little bit more. So you lean forward, push down into the ground, go to depression, and get your knees as high as possible. And even though I truly recommend training these 5 in order, some skills just lay you better. For example, I could do the Frogstand and an L-sit in the first day, but I had so much difficulty with the planche lean to get my arms straight, get my scapula in the right position. So don't hyper obsess on learning the skills in order. I recommend it, but don't do it. And to program these skills, you can just train the 5 skills in the same day. It's no problem at all. You start your workout with some frog stands. Maybe after that you do handstands against the wall, or you go for a compound exercise like push-ups or pull-ups. After that, it is easy to do a planche lean, or maybe you end your workout with some core, so you do an L-sit. It is easy to train them all parallel at once. And that's it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I want to show a quick example of what can be done. This is a frog stand to an L-sit to an elbow lever. You want to learn the handstand push-up, you get that hollow body hold position, and it's all the skills combined. I mean, calisthenics is so cool, and I know it can be overwhelming, but I'm trying to help as many beginners as possible. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.